All right. Sunday afternoon, Black Penguins and Toronto Maple Leafs faced off. And, I'm gonna click it to the combine right now. Get ready for the combine. Doing offensive lineman today, so I will monitor at that today. This early afternoon. Just started too, so I can just watch with anticipation. Will Campbell's going to work out today. He's a first round potential, mid to late first round pick. So while they're warming up, we'll do Howie Roseman much later. Let's talk about the NHL trades yesterday because a lot of them went down, and we'll take it one by one as we do this. Uh, find it. All right, find it here. But Bleacher Report really changed. I mean, all you had to do before was clicking on the sport and you get the headlines. Now you gotta wait 10,000 years. All right, that's baseball. Hold on. Where is that? Go find it. There you go. Let's find it. Jets trying to move up to get the number one pick so they can take Shador Sanders. Okay. Trying to get the trades from yesterday. Yeah, here we go. This damn sporting, this damn all right, the Rangers. Boy, it's hard to. All right, they don't give me what I want. Oh, it's always these goddamn sites. You know that? Just give me what I need. I don't need anything else. All right, Anthony Bolton is running his 40 time. See what he does. Offensive lineman from NC State runs a 5.2. Okay. Let's do the Rangers and Avalanche first. All right. Langdon, Vesey, Yusuf Harrison, Calvin DeHaan. Two draft picks go to the Rangers. Rangers get Harrison, Calvin DeHaan, and two number twos in this draft. Lindgren and Jimmy Vesey goes to Colorado. What do I think of this move? Well, they traded Lindgren because he wasn't having a good year. Plus, he's a UFA, so they got rid of him because they know he's not coming back, and they don't want him back. On the other hand, um, and Rimpey went to Colorado also, I believe. So I think Colorado is the team to beat, in my opinion. I think the Rangers are just hovering. I don't know. So I'll give Colorado the edge without a doubt because they're going in the right direction. Rangers, who the hell knows where they're going? Just a team you cannot put me to watch. I love their uniforms, but watching them on a nightly basis, hells to the effing no. All right, I'll do Seth Jones right now. It's a good trade for both teams. The Blackhawks get their number one goalie and what they was looking for a while. Uh, Florida looks like they got their replacement for Aaron Ekblad, who's a UFA come July 1st. And Seth Jones still got 5 years of term of 7.5 mil. And with the salary cap going up, that's a good move for Florida. And he will be rejuvenated, especially now relocating to South Florida. He'll be just fine. So that's a win-win for both teams, but it's a win-win for both teams. And the Hawks get a future 26 or 27 number one. They're not getting this year. That goes to either the Flames or it goes to the Canadians. So we'll see what other trade they. I want to do the other trade. Miko Ratnan. I think again with Carolina, you know they're going to let you down. You know they're not going to get it done. It's similar to Winnipeg in the West. You know it's just Carolina. You know. So if I'm Carolina, he hasn't made up his mind to stay by now. Remember he's been through a whirlwind since he got traded a month ago. Remember that stupid Four Nations Cup came right after he got traded. So who knows? Eli Cox just ran a 5.05 in the 40 from the University of Kentucky. The offensive lineman working out today. The Minnesota trade, that's the one I was really looking for. That trade to me is the blind leading the blind. Yeah, yeah. You're getting a stopgap, but are you really doing anything in the playoffs? The answer is hell no. They're not going nowhere. You know that I know. So Gustav Nyquist goes back to Minnesota, and the second round pick goes back to Nashville in 26. Two sorry one organization is really hurt by injury. The other organization is pathetic. So does it really matter? And then last night's games, I lost my money last night. All the West Coast games last night, I took Vancouver. They choked. I took Anaheim, they lose to the lowly Blackhawks. That tells me Anaheim is not ready yet. And the Devils finally showed up, and they won a big one against streaking Utah. So, all right. For Surrey, for Minnesota, this ran a 5.01 in the 40. So, as you see these big tackles and guards running in the 40. Miles Frazier, LSU. Look at the big man go. Runs a 5.34. As this is combine, the end of the combine today. I heard old Mr. Dart had a great day yesterday, so he's gonna fly up the boards now because these sorry ass franchises are so desperate for quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You guys feel me out there? So Lakers Clippers tonight, back to back. Lakers are home. Clippers tonight, a point and a half favorite. I'm gonna leave that alone. Lakers burnt me Friday night. I could have won $2,400. So I got Portland today across the board. Blazers against the Cavs. Cavs to win, Blazers to make it close. Under 234 points. Blazers do play defense. In the NHL today, I have Vegas over 5.5 goals to beat, and the money line to beat the Devils. Dallas the same, as I believe they're playing the Wild tonight. And I have Carolina tonight. And I'm gonna watch that game after I finish. Well, I'll be way finished this before. I'm gonna watch the Cavs game. I got Carolina over the Flames today. Flames proving everything I've been saying all along. Back-to-back pitch shutouts by Tampa and Florida. And the Capitals are asleep because they've lost 3 in a row at home. Even though Ovechkin's now 11 goals away, he is going to break Gretzky's record. I can tell you that right now. He's going to do it. So he's going to break it. So, but the trade deadline here is Friday morning, 10:35. I'm on the air to preview who's getting moved or whoever's been moved. And then next Saturday night, Canadians and Flames, two teams whose futures are so bright. It's sunny in both Calgary and Montreal. Very sunny in those two places. We'll do that Saturday night up here. I'll be on the air at 6:45 Eastern Time, and get ready for the Habs and the Flames. And it should be a fun game on next Saturday night. It should be good. So, um, so we got the free agency Friday, Montreal at Calgary Saturday. I'm gonna take a look at the NBA for Sunday, and then beginning Monday, all NFL. The tampering period begins next Monday at 4 o'clock. I'll be on the air at 3:30 and take you until the rumors die down a little bit. So, all next week I'll be on for NFL free agency next week. That should be fun. Green Bay is all over the place. They're gonna go hog wild next week, and we will follow the Green Bay signings as it begins. And I think the Packers are making a big mistake. I do. I think it's good the way they have things, and I guess they don't look at it that way. So, so the Packers, the one team that's making big noise for free agency next week. All right, Tyler Booker, who's a high first round pick, is about to run again. Let's see what he does this time. Runs the same, 5.38. So Maple Leafs and Penguins right now. Hey, Miss Molina. Maple Leafs and Penguins right now on TNT here in the States. Rogers up in Canada. Oh man, I cannot wait for Friday. Friday is a big day in the NHL. We'll cover it. Without a doubt, we'll cover that. Two best trade deadlines in basketball. NBA has been good lately, but it's always going to be hockey and baseball. You know what I'm saying? So let's see who's running now. Josh Connery Jr. He's ranked as a first round pick. He ran a 5.07 the first time. This is his second run. See what he does. Came out of the blocks good. 5.06. All right. So, no, but these are offensive linemen, folks. Uh, who is this? Oh, Eli Cox again. See what he does. 5.05 the first run. Let's see what he does in the second run. Then you get off to a good break. But a little faster than his first run. 5.03. Good for him. If you need trenches help, this is your draft. Defensive ends, defensive tackles, offensive guards. If you got multiple picks, this is the year you should clean up in those positions. Seriously. Team like Miami, for example, they should be licking their chops about a draft like this, but you can fix your problems both sides of the trenches. Kirk Cousins is going to be released any day now, probably be next week, and the Cleveland Browns are definitely interested. Um, to each his own. I'm gonna leave it at that. Kirk Cousins playing in freezing cold Cleveland in November and December. Really, Browns? Enjoy that. That's why you are who you are. Then again, Cousins was raised in the cold in Chicago, played at Michigan State. So it'll bring him back to his childhood and his high school days. know what I'm saying? Oh man. So, all right, Miles Frazier right now, 5.34 the first time. I saw his first run. Let's see what he does here. 5.24. Okay. These guys, when they catch a little breath, they run quicker. Good for them. All right, Joshua Gray, Oregon State. Ran a 5.06 the first time, 5.04 this time. Joe Hurler, no, Joe Huber out of Wisconsin is running now. See what he does. Yeah, the same. He ran 5.22 the first time. He runs 5.21 the second time. So we'll do some football. Get Dusty back up here on Tuesday and Friday. I mean Tuesday and Saturday. I mean not Saturday. We'll do it. We'll do it on Tuesday night. No, we'll do it Thursday night. I'll do a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll do it Thursday. All the babies at the combine. Nice to see. They go to commercial break. Let's look at some Boston Denver scores. See what's happening there. Wow, Pittsburgh and Toronto 2-2 in the first. If you pick the over in this game, you're gonna get the over 5.5. No, 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 no. This over is 6.5. Maybe you'll get it. Plenty of time to get three more goals in this game. Depending on if you're playing this the over under, you have a good shot to win today in that game. Already 2-2. And Crosby scored. Crosby just tied Gordie Howe for the all-time assist list, 10th on the assist list. I don't know. Gretzky's going to lose that record. 2-2 already. So now live for NFL Combine and hockey. You always tell me the opposite. Come on. Fulham beat United. No, 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 Moss. I've been doing the Combine up here. I've been telling the speeds of the linemen. It's just that I had to review yesterday's trades, and Pittsburgh is on. I'm going to give an update about Denver. So I didn't know they scored like this. Pittsburgh on a power play, folks. See what happens. I've been talking to linemen. They went to commercial now. Mr. Gordie Howe. All right, Celtics up 8 on the Nuggets. They're up 9 on the Nuggets with 3 minutes to go in the first, 24-15. So they're doing the combine now. So that's why people left. I was doing the offensive lineman. Chuck Jones and Sunrise and to Chuck on LTIR. Yeah. Rich Eisen for St. Jude. Run Rich Run at the draft. And you know me, I don't usually beat my chest. I don't have an ego like that, but I'm glad it's out there all over social media about the Packers this morning. And I think the Packers are making a real mistake. I do. Well, we'll talk about that next. We'll talk about that Thursday night when I come back because we're going to do football NFL free agent preview on Thursday, and then Monday I'm on, Tuesday I'm on, Wednesday I'm on, Thursday I'm on, Friday I'm on of next week. All NFL next week. So NFL Thursday, free agent. I mean, excuse me, trade deadline NHL Friday. I'll be on 10:30 in the morning on Friday, and then Saturday night, me and Mr. Miami up here, Montreal and Calgary next Saturday night from beautiful Calgary, Alberta. As they have all the linemen down there on the field. Happy Sunday. Big up, Morris. Panthers leading, loading up. Yo, yeah. All right, Kelvin Banks is about to do his 40 in a second. He's down there on the field. Most excited about what's going on right now in sports. You know when I get excited, folks, when my bets come in. Again, I got Carolina over Calgary today. I have Vegas over the Devils and Dallas over limping Minnesota. All right, Anthony Belton back on the field again. He's doing his drills. Watching these linemen do their drills is kind of comical, but at least they're doing them. Who's next? Logan Brown out of Kansas. He's up right now doing his drills. This is called the wave drill. Will Campbell's next, rated very high by NFL scouts. Today, folks, is going to tell you, this weekend tells you what you made of. Shador Sanders again making a fool out of himself at the combine, flashing his jewelry with that key Glock guy and his crew there. It's ridiculous. And I totally disagree with Dusty. Show some humility towards your peers. And Dart had a monster day yesterday in the quarterback combine. All right, Connor Colby out of Iowa. You know, Iowa always have big boys, offensive linemen. Brian Bulaga, Iowa. Josh Connolly, Oregon, doing his drills. He's projected to be a late first round pick. Big boy day, Indianapolis. Too bad Dolphins don't believe in big boy football. No, they don't. I'll tell you who believes in spending money football. That's the Green Bay Packers. Eli Cox doing his drills. Packers letting the world know that they're going to be showing free agents the money beginning next Monday at 3 o'clock Central Time. Don't forget, clock goes back to normal next Saturday night, early Sunday morning, depending on what part of the country you live in. So at this time, uh, next weekend, it'll be 20 minutes to 3 Eastern Time. Freezing day here in the Northeast, 17 in Boston, 27 here. Erlante uh, is sorry, he's doing his drills now. I tell you, you check Boston for a second. All right. Everybody's in commercial. These big boys are hustling. I did my draft preview last couple of nights. I skipped Friday. I was tired. I made up for it with 10 teams picks yesterday. I am not doing the top 10 in here on draft night. So if you come in here for the draft, you're wasting your time because I'm only doing from 11 down. So Friday night, Dolphins are picking late in the third round, so that's a wasted Friday night for me. So what I will do is cut it short on Friday night, probably go 2.5 rounds, and then I hate Saturdays, but because the Dolphins got so many picks on Saturday, I'll be on Saturday to do the Dolphins picks. So, Tyler Booker, Bama, Kelvin Banks, these are NFL long-term NFL players. Yeah, I agree. I watched some film this week, Moss. Why do you think I came up with where certain with each team I talked about over the weekend since Thursday, I had certain players at the positions that they need. I do my homework up here, folks. All right, Pittsburgh's up 3-2 now with 4 minutes to go in the first. So if you had the over in this game, you're gonna win. Maybe even the end of this period, you're gonna win the over. No, 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 I'm wrong. The over on this game is 6.5 goals. But you still may win, but you got 5 goals with 3.5 minutes to go in the first. Boy, I got $1,500 on the line today. I should say this evening. Now watch the damn Flames uh, come up with a magical 3 goal, play tight defense, and beat Carolina today. Has there ever been a more nondescript team than the Carolina Hurricanes? Are you serious? I'm dead real about this. Oh my God, is that team nondescript? Lord, Crosby with an assist today. Said the kid. Bruins in a couple of hours, then Flames at Canes. Yeah, Bruins are what, the 3:30 game today? They're in Minnesota. I was gonna bet that game. I was gonna take the Bruins, but I said, no, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not a greedy man. So I took the Blazers today. They were on 3:30. I'm gonna be watching that. Blazers playing very, very well. Proud of my boys. I remember 2 years ago, I told Ramos and all these guys in here that we will trade when we want to trade, and we better get back a real team. And this is why I say, as Pittsburgh is on the power play again, um, our GM did very, very well in that on the trades we made. And now we don't have no damn G League, D League players on the roster. We had that throughout Damian Lillard's career. Now we have first round picks limited through the roster. That's the way it should be. Okay, that's why uh, they have played so well, and I'm proud of them. Top seven in defense. They were in the worst in defense for the last generation, becoming a more physical team. We'll see them against the Cavaliers today, and I'm going to take the Blazers today to cover, but Cleveland to win. So I'm going to take the 11.5 plus 11.5, the money line, and under 234 points. Do I think that 49ers trade Ayuk too? Yeah. And go with that Ricky guy who they hyping up. Remember, the quarterback is the quarterback is mediocre at best. So who knows what happens in San Francisco? Just like in Green Bay, just like in Miami, just like in Houston, and with the Chargers. Those quarterbacks are I nothing special. And one gets hurt all the time. Can't make it up, folks. Can't. So, all right, 37 seconds left in the first. He could be there when Miami picks you. Rumor came out a little while ago. Jets talking to Tennessee to get the number one pick. They'll take Shedeur Sanders at one. Jets like that type of BS. That's why the Jets are the Jets. All right, very good first period. Only watched a little bit. I saw none of the scoring. 3-2 after one, Pittsburgh leads. Look at the nice hockey hair on Connor Colby, Iowa. Super mullet. Moss watching these linemen closely. See what's happening in Boston today. All right, Boston up 12, just under 10 minutes and a half. Let's see who this is. Oh, the kid from Wisconsin. As they blew the whistle on him to do over again. Joe Huber started all 12 games as a right guard in 24. Like I said, you're a team that needs the trenches. This is your draft. Emory Jones from LSU, Drew Kendall out of BC. They produce good linemen. Moss pulling for the Nuggets. His loyalty to Jamal Murray, fellow Canadian. I'll see the other fellow Canadian in about 2 hours from now. Portland at Cleveland. Shaden Sharp. Glad that Tumani Kamara is making a name of himself. He is the new version of Tayshaun Prince. Tremendous defensive player, stopper. Showing this young man's blocking skills. Right. His Banks from Texas. So Vamos is in the building. Anthony Bolton from NC State. Logan Brown, Kansas. Great first period in the hockey game. Some good NBA games later tonight. Moss likes this boy's young man's mullet, kind of Kobe from Iowa. So it's good to see everybody today. I'll be back on Thursday for the NFL. Get Dusty back up here, talk football Thursday evening, preview free agency, who's doing what. Friday, trade deadline, I'll be on 10:35 in the morning. Get it started, get it lit. Who's going where? Saturday, Calgary and Montreal, and the thumbnail is gonna be pretty cool. You'll see it when I post it for that draft. For that game next Saturday night. Yeah, yeah, I saw it. Good. I mean, it's a good. I talked about it already. It's a good trade for both teams. Blackhawks get their number one goalie, and they get a number one either in 26 or 27. And the Panthers now got their replacement for Aaron Epilogue. It's a good trade for both teams. Good trade for both teams. I think both teams win on that trade. Don't have nothing to worry about in the future. You going all afternoon, Mace? Not really. I told you and God told Manzano that Seth Jones was perfect trade for the Panthers, and Panthers GM comes through. Yeah, get him for the Manzano. You get him for the next 5 years, and like I said, he's the replacement for Aaron Ekblad. So Most of the tackles to me in this draft are not permanent tackles. I think they're going to have to move to guard permanently because they don't have the feet, the stat. They may be right about that. So I'm rocking my Sean Monahan jersey today up here. And I'm thinking Miami is targeting a pass rusher or a DB in the first round. Yeah, I would say the same thing. I don't see them going offensive line because the coach is not happy about offensive line. And that's one of the reasons why the Dolphins are always where they are. So we are exactly 6 weeks away. Not even 6 weeks. Let's see. Oh, we're not even. We're 7 weeks away from the draft, folks. So what's up, Tony?
And Mace, I've also said this to me. What the Dolphins are going to do too is they're going to solidify their positions in free agency with veterans and stuff like that in the interior, and we're going to focus on defense the rest of the draft. And I don't think we're getting Malachi Starks like most of these drafts are saying. I think we're getting this kid from South Carolina. I've, did you see the crazy his crazy results at the combine?
No, I didn't see it. I
They're
don't
they're
know. Manzano, deep offensive line picks, deep running back, and cornerback too. I agree with Moss. I agree with both of you, but who knows? I'm being honest. Here's the question about Miami. Do they have enough cap space to outspend these other teams? Who's the kid? Trey Jones, that's his name?
Trey Smith.
Omar Kelly said the other day the Dolphins already crossed them off the list. Too much money.
Yeah. No, what I think is happening, I think we're gonna cut Bradley Chubb. He can't stay healthy. I think we're gonna let what's his name walk too. Cut Jalen Phillips because he can't stay healthy either. That clears up cap space, more cap space, and we're not gonna re-sign Javon Holland either to a contract. He's going to free agency, and that that opens up cap space. And I think we're restructuring. And what's his name is going to retire. Uh, the tackle. What's his name?
Armstead,
Armstead. Also, and I think we're gonna trade Tyreek Hill. Also,
you know what the big question for Miami is? You want the truth?
the
Can
quarterback.
this quarterback throw against the deep cover too? Same for my boy down in the guy who makes me sick every time I see him down in Houston, CJ Stroud. Can these quarterbacks throw against the deep cover too?
So wait, but that's a question I wanted to ask you. Did you like the high? Did you see that we hired Bobby Slowick?
Did you hear what the word is down in Miami, what it's about? And I told Moss this. He is only there to oversee the mistakes that McDaniel does in the passing game.
Oh,
McDaniel is not giving up play calling duties.
so Slowick is going to be purely the passing game coordinator, and
No, 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 no. What he's going to be is he got hired because that's his buddy from San Francisco, from the Redskins. They've been together for 15 years. What he's there for is to tell like McDaniel, well, this happened here, Mike, and this happened over there. We gotta correct that. That's what he is. He's like a consultant. That's what he is.
Oh, so he's almost, in a sense, he's kind of like Daryl Bevel, kind of.
Yes, exactly.
He's a younger version of Daryl Bevel.
Yes.
Are you
But
surprised
yeah,
Daryl Bevel didn't get fired?
I don't want to talk about Daryl Bevel. I can't
You
stand
hate
that.
him so much.
But yeah, pass rush and on defensive tackle or CB first pick. Me thinks for the Finns. So, well,
Yeah, I think what's going to happen too is I think there's going to be a lot of trading down in this draft from the top 10 because I don't think Tennessee stays at number 1. I don't think they draft a quarterback and stuff like that. I think they're going to trade down and get like a Travis Hunter or something like that, or
here's my question to this. Okay, are these teams trading out of the top 10 or in the top 10? There's a reason why I'm asking this question.
uh I think Tennessee stays within the top 10 with
Okay.
a team like the Giants. I think the Giants trade up to number 1 to get like a Shador Sanders or a Cam Ward, and
All right.
I think because they're gonna trade Myles Garrett, I think they draft Abdul Carter to replace him, Cleveland and stuff like that. And
All right. Here's my question with it. Let me ask you a question. Because this is why my draft starts from San Francisco down, which is pick 11. Are any of these guys in the top 10 worth being in the top 10?
uh, the only two guys, McMillan to me is a fringe top 10 pick, but I don't think I think I think you can draft him at around uh around where you're talking about Miami, San Francisco, and stuff like that. And
Dallas, yes, that's where the draft starts, in my opinion. No one
yeah,
cares about those losers in the top 10.
yeah,
Because I will promise you this, they will all be back in the top 10 next year. How's that?
I think
With
Dallas
a
is going to be in
different
the
order.
top 10 too.
Who?
I think Dallas might be in the top 10.
I don't think Dallas is going to be bad if they pick the right players. We may cut Chubb. I'm sure we will give Phillips one more chance. This is free agent year anyway, and I don't think he's going to be worth with two torn ACLs in a row. DJ has Raiders taking Genty. I can see that.
I and I have honestly, I agree with you. The draft truly starts in the at 11,
Yes, that's why
and
I
I
would
think
start
that's
the
where you're going
draft
to
at
see all
11.
the trades happen. Because
Yeah,
I think a team like a team like uh what is it called? Indianapolis below Miami wants to trade up to get a Tyler Warren because they need a tight end and stuff like that, or a Malachi Starks. Uh,
maybe those
I
players will fall to Indianapolis.
huh?
Maybe those type of players you're mentioning may fall down to Indianapolis.
No, because I'm reading reports that actually the guy that San Francisco wants, they can get in the mid teens, James Pierce and stuff like that, so they don't have to be reaching to draft him at 11.
I'm
So
gonna tell you right now, Tony. There are no reaches in this draft. That's how bad it is.
you don't think so?
No, the next time you see some reaching is in the 2027 draft when all those quarterbacks come out.
Or 2026 and 2027?
I don't see 26 as anything other than Archman.
Oh, you think there's going to be more elite talent in
Hell
2027?
yes! All those freshman quarterbacks that played this year, this past college season, by the time they're going to be seniors, they'll be ready to go to the league. And they will go to the league.
And I think the quarterback position is going to be. I agree with you. I think the quarterback position in 2026 7 is going to be deep. The deep
Yeah.
positions to me are going to be the skill positions: DB, corner, DB, quarterback, receiver, running back, linebacker.
Let me
Maybe
answer Moss real quick. Moss, yeah, the offensive linemen are impressive, but that doesn't sell tickets.
it's skill positions that sell tickets: running back, quarterback, receiver, tight end.
Yeah.
And
So
honestly, if Miami drafts a tight end, the guy I am looking at is the guy from Michigan, because he's the type of tight end that a McDaniel would want.
I believe that the Dolphins will pick the best player available. I'm dead serious.
You think they might draft Tyler Warren?
They might take that tight end you just said. They're going to take the best player available.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's best player available, or like I said, pass rusher or DB. So
I, I forgot from the Dolphins who was talking the other day, and he made an excellent point. Oh, it's Big O. And the guy who we had said something that I've been saying up here forever. Chris Greer hates the fanboys. So he'll do anything to spite the fanboys. That is very true.
so you mean like the YouTube, these idiots on YouTube, basically?
Yeah, the fanboys. Yeah, the Dolphin community clowns like that. Yeah, he can't stand those guys. So he'll do something to spite them.
And I bet this is why I'm saying, I think based on what happened with the Chop last year, I think they're going to draft Shamar Stewart.
Yeah, I can see that. But speaking of that, I think Figueroa said something 2 weeks ago that was very telling. You was up here for it. Did you hear what he said?
No.
He said that if the Dolphins be the way I think they will, which will be 7-10, he believes that all these guys you see on YouTube, they will leave because they're not going to stand for a rebuild. And
A
I believe,
defensive pick?
and I believe that if they don't get it done this year, there will be at this time next year we'll be talking about new people running the team.
Yeah, no, and I've been saying this from the beginning. I don't think, and people don't want to hear this. This
Yes,
guy, the guy that's the assistant GM, doesn't have he doesn't have full power to draft. It's all Greer. So if Greer gets fired, uh, I I've been saying this from the beginning. I think the guy who takes over for Stephen Ross is going to promote this guy Marvin Allen to be the.
I'm telling you right now, Manzano, he ain't doing that.
You don't think
What
so?
Joe Tsai gonna do is ask Charlie Casserly to do a search for him to find him the best GM capable.
He trusts Charlie Casserly, who was a failure.
Charlie, if you what are you talking about? Charlie Casserly won Super Bowls. What are you talking about?
I'm talking. I'm. Casserly is the guy who was at in Houston.
That was an expansion team he had. He won a
But
Super
people
Bowl with the
blame him for
Redskins.
that failure, though.
Have Houston done anything since they've been in the league? Have they ever played in the AFC Championship game in 22 years?
No, they
Well,
haven't.
there you go. That's everybody's fault.
What? Why? But why do you think they blame it on Casserly the most?
Because he took Mario Williams. Well, let me do it a better way. They blame him because he let David Carr get destroyed with no offensive line. That's why. You don't do that with a young quarterback.
And what people forget, I think the GM position is one of the hardest positions. Like front office, like fans assume that the front office, like a successful being a successful general manager is easy. Why do you think that is?
Because all he has to do is pick players.
And that's another thing fans don't realize. The draft is a crapshoot. It's not like, and people expect every GM to be like an Ozzie Newsome and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah, and that's not the case. There's only one Howie Roseman right now.
Yeah.
There's only one Brent Veach. There's only one John Snyder. You know, the name that is mentioned is men in this century, GMs who won Super Bowls. No, those guys don't grow on trees. You know. Oh man, I love it. And boy, I tell you, folks, if they are the way I think they're going to be, folks, in Miami, I am going to have a field day on Black Monday in January.
Yes, that I agree with you. I think once Josiah takes over, he's gonna clean house, coaching staff, and everything, and he's gonna rely on actual good people. Like he's gonna bring
Yeah,
in, like you said, Charlie Casserly, and maybe like guys like a Brian Billick who knows how to hire coaching staffs and stuff like that.
yeah. I don't think Ross sells if they don't do nothing this year. I think he'll sell the year after.
You don't think so? You don't think he sell because I think Ross is getting tired. I think
Oh yeah, I've
he
been
said
telling people that. Yeah, he is getting tired. He is.
yeah. I this is where I disagree with you. I think he sells it after the if the season fails this year. I think he sells it to Josiah, the rest of the team to Josiah next offseason.
Yeah, I can see that, but I think it'll be the year after. I think what's going to happen with Ross is that he's going to realize that he's a joke, and for these football people to give him an A+, why? Because he runs a country club atmosphere down in Miami. That's why you give that clown an A+.
Yeah.
Kidding me? Fucking-
Wait. Who did Casserly win Super Bowls with?
He won one with the Redskins.
Oh, he came from
Redskins.
the former he came from the GM, the front office tree of the the guy who used to be with the Dolphins,
Yeah,
Befford,
yeah,
who was the Befford guy. I didn't know that.
yeah.
No, and I agree with you. I think what's going to happen once Josiah takes over the team, I agree with you. He's going to clean house, and he might bring in a Charlie Casserly as a consultant to be
No,
the
no.
hiring process.
What Charlie Cassidy does is he does executive searches for NFL teams. Like, if you want a GM, you're not listening to your fan base, you're not listening to the media. You go to him to get you somebody good.
That's what. Do you think that's what's happening with the Giants now? They're realizing they hired the wrong general manager and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they got one more year. They like the way I think they're going to be 3-14. They'll take Arch Manning and those two are gone. I wouldn't
No,
be
but they're
surprised.
saying they're saying they're saying that the Giants might trade up and get Cam Ward or Shador Sanders.
Yeah, and if they go 3-14, then you get, and Arch Manning is there. The pressure here in New York is going to be too strong.
So you think,
Oh,
in your
the
honest,
number one overall pick, Manzoni only makes $5 million a year to start.
yeah, no, that's what I'm going to ask you with a team like the Giants specifically. Like, do you think the Mannings, Peyton, and Eli want him to be in New York, or do you think they would rather have him be in LA or like a place
New
like LA
York,
or Tennessee?
New York, because Eli won in New York. New York,
You don't think a guy like Peyton would rather have him be in a place like Tennessee?
maybe, but I don't think stuff, they planned it that way. I
Oh, you
think
don't
the
think so?
Giants are there. Eli's legacy is there. They don't have a problem with New York Football Giants taking their nephew. No problem at all.
I got a crazy one. Let's say Eli, the Giants are not the number one pick, and it's the Raiders. Do you think they would have the Mannings would allow him to go?
Yeah, Brady's there.
You think so?
Yeah, Brady's there.
Oh, because Peyton and Brady are friends, right?
No, he's not Tom Brady. That will make the Mannings look bad.
It would look bad.
Yes, if they refuse Tom Brady, yeah. Do you know how high astute Tom Brady is in America? Don't let your Dolphin fandom cloud you. That man is the main man in this country when it comes to the NFL.
I got a crazier one. How about Dallas? If Dallas gets
Oh
number one,
yeah. The media will destroy the Mannings if they don't let them go to Cowboys.
or their hometown, aren't they from New
New
Orleans?
Orleans. Yeah,
Wait, are they from New Orleans or Mississippi?
they're
Oh,
from New
lose.
Orleans. From New Orleans.
Okay. Oh, no, because I know their father's from Mississippi. I thought.
Yeah, but the father played his career in New Orleans. The
Okay.
kids were born in New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
They wouldn't want Arts to play for the Saints. No,
You don't think so?
no.
Because that's another disastrous franchise.
Yes, Brady is the GOAT. Facts, Mace. Ramos agrees with me what I said about Tom Brady is the NFL. Yes, he is.
Would
Yes,
he
he
be a
is.
good
Now,
good Midwestern kid too, like going to Indianapolis?
he's not from the Midwest. Arch Manning is from the South. He's from
Oh
New Orleans.
no! But what I'm saying, because Peyton won Super Bowls in New Orleans. I mean, in
He won one in Indianapolis and he won one in Denver.
that's what I'm saying. Do you think he,
No,
he Peyton would try to get him to play for his?
no, because it's not Peyton's decision.
It's more Eli. You think?
It's Cooper's decision. Happy Sunday, May. Sincerely hope that all is great. Are you trading for a quarterback big task? You're moving up to one so you can get one of those two losers at quarterback? Ramos said, what's up to you?
Hey,
Question. Do you
hey
watch
kids,
boxing? No, but I will have the big fight here. Canelo and I forgot the guy's name.
Terrence Crawford.
What's his name?
Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, I'll have that fight in September up here.
Yeah,
And
no, and I agree with you. I think I don't. Why is it that it seems like there's never a back to like I've never seen a draft like consecutive draft where they're super deep and stuff like that with talent. It's always there's always like a huge gap. Then the 3 years from the draft that was deep, that's when you see a good draft. It's never a consistent.
well, this is a good draft this year. It's just at the positions people don't care about. That's the problem.
Oh, it's like defensive line, offensive
Yes, and
line.
offensive, yes, and DBs. People don't care about that.
I thought DB is a big position now because the
It is,
league is
but that
pass
doesn't excite people. People only care about the quarterback coming out and wide receiver.
and tight end maybe.
No,
Or why do you think the linebacker those like tight end receiver I mean
no,
tight end running back and DB have been devalued so much,
they don't sell tickets.
which is the oddest thing to me, being that it's a pass happy league. The DB position would have sold more tickets with a
But the
superstar.
league, but the league wants it to be a passing league. So what you do, you penalize DBs. Seth Jones, Panthers.
In your honest opinion, when you look at Travis Hunter, do you think he's an elite DB or an elite receiver?
Both, but I think he has to go to the right team. Like he would be perfect on the Patriots.
Where he can play both?
Yeah, and you could tell the Patriots are coming. That's why they fired Mayo and hired this guy. They gave him a year off to relax.
Where do you think Mayo's more in a when you look at Jerron Mayo? But do you think that gives the Patriots a bad look, though?
And of course, well, if Variable this year goes 8-9, no one's going to care about it. It's going to be a good time. Patriots are pretty good, folks.
No,
They need to draft like that wide receiver from Arizona State will be a nice pick at 4.
yeah, no, and this is I've been saying this. But I like Hunter, but he needs to be Travis Hunter. He needs to be realistic. I don't think like a team is he's gonna be a fourth receiver. I don't think he's gonna be a number one receiver on a team and a
No,
number one corner.
they don't want him to be a number one receiver. They want him to be out there on third and long, third and short.
Yeah,
Good
no, that's
plays
what.
for both teams. Yeah, I
Yeah,
said
no,
that.
yeah,
The
no, that's
best.
what I'm saying. A smart general manager is not going to allow him to be a number one receiver and a number one corner
No,
at the same
of course
time.
not. He'll be a number one corner. You put him and Gonzalez together in New England, that's a hell of a combo.
How about him in Tennessee? Would if he goes to Tennessee, would he be a number one receiver or a
He'll be the
corner?
DB in Tennessee. Tennessee was the number one defensive team in the league this past year. They are about defense.
So you think he would be a number one corner in Tennessee?
Yes.
Uh,
I mean, Manzano, here's the problem with the top 10. Here's the problem with it. The teams are not sexy. There's not a player in the top 10 that is a franchise changer. That's the problem with the top 10. 11 on down, those teams, Miami, Dallas, San Francisco, Atlanta, those teams can bounce back with one pick in this draft at the right position. They can make the playoffs next year. Those teams in the top 10 ain't going anywhere. They're going to be right back in the top 10 next year.
Tampa might be in the top 10 next year.
I don't see that. I got Tampa as one of my Super Bowl contenders in the NFC. I do not see that.
With you think they're a
Tampa's
Super
right
Bowl
there
contender with
with
Baker?
Philadelphia. Matter of fact, I'll rank the teams right now, folks. Here you go. Philly 1, Rams 2, Tampa 3.
Kansas City.
I'm going to go 49ers 4, Packers 5, Atlanta 6, Dallas 7. There you go. There goes your playoff teams.
Wait. In the NFC?
Yes, those are your playoff teams.
Who's your overall favorites for the whole NFL?
I don't know. I got to look at the AFC. Right now, I got the Rams.
The Chiefs. I have the Chiefs.
I don't see it for the Chiefs, man. I don't see it.
You don't. Baltimore.
I don't see it for Buffalo. I don't see it for Baltimore. I don't see it for Kansas City.
So you think the deeper conference is actually the
NFC.
which
AFC
is
got
weird.
the quarterbacks. AFC got the quarterbacks. NFC got the deeper teams here. I think Green Bay, when we're going to be doing Green Bay beginning Monday, folks, because it's posted all over social media. They're already letting the world know that the positions they will spend big money on. So the Packers are going away from draft and develop to we're going back 30 years ago to the Reggie White days when they spent nothing but money in those days.
Which is, but
They won Super Bowl with that.
Yeah, no, but I have a question. Is Green Bay having the same issue that they had in the in the 90s where not a lot of elite African American free agents are going to want to go there?
No. Green Bay's problem is their kids let them down. That's why they're so obsessed in buying. And they got a fan base. Me and Moss had a disagreement about this. I'm gonna toot my horn again, Moss. If you're listening, I'm right again. What else is new? That their fans demand. They're not like the Dolphin fans that think that all their players are great and they all suck ass. The Green Bay fans demand.
Are realistic?
No. They're not realistic. Green Bay fans are tired of not getting it done.
Yeah, no, and I said this. What I fear with Green Bay specifically, I fear they're gonna turn uh the racist part of that fan base is gonna turn up and make racist comments about what's his name, their quarterback.
I remember last year at the draft, a year ago, I told all these guys about the gene. That Green Bay wanted them so bad, and the Eagles traded up one spot and took them ahead. And all these guys, you can tell they were like, yeah, Mace is talking bullshit. Yeah, how did the Gene do in the playoffs in the Super Bowl? Ask Matthew Stafford and Patrick Mahomes how good was the Gene on the field. All you haters out there.
Where did Matt Stafford get traded to?
He didn't get traded. He's going to stay with the Rams. He's going to redo his contract. Rodgers is out there. I could see Patriots winning a playoff game before the Dolphins. Oh, I don't know about that. Almost.
Where do you think Aaron goes? In your honest opinion,
I don't know. If I'm him, I'll go to Minnesota.
he this is crazy. He said he didn't want to follow. He didn't want to do the same thing as Brett, but he's gonna be doing it.
Well, look at Minnesota's talent. What do they lack? A quarterback.
Quarterback.
Yes.
How about him in Chicago?
They already got their quarterback.
I mean, no, not Chicago, not Chicago. Not Minnesota. The Lions.
They got Jared Goff.
Any team in the. How about any
Seattle
team?
will be a good spot for him because the new offensive coordinator doesn't like Geno Smith at all. He sees what I see.
Did San Francisco sign Brock Purdy to his extension?
Not yet, but I don't see Rodgers and this guy working together. He has too big of an ego. Kyle Shanahan. Yo, Mace, do the Dolphins really care about winning playoff games, or do they want to entertain?
Entertaining.
Entertaining. That's why the Dolphin fanboys, the Dolphin community is so psyched up about this sorry ass franchise. I'm gonna tell you another reason why. And Vamos said it the other night. You too, Tony. When I said if I'm them, the second Kirk Cousins is cut, I'm bringing him as the backup. Vamos said they're not going to do that. That's why the Dolphins are where they are. They don't do the right things. And you know damn well that quarterback is going to get hurt again.
Yeah, and of course they're going to draft a rookie quarterback.
I'll tell you right now, it will not, the way he performed yesterday, it would not shock me if the Dolphins took this kid. Who's the kid from Mississippi again?
Jackson Dart.
It would not surprise me if they take him at 13. Would not at all. And that will be a Stephen Ross order, by the way. If that happens, that will be a Stephen Ross order. That's coming from the top.
Having a guy who needs way too much development and a guy who gets injured, that's ridiculous.
I think the kid who you said needs development put on a show for the ages yesterday for the world to see.
Oh, Jackson Dart?
That's all I've been reading. All this afternoon since I've been up here is about how great Jackson Dart looked, how he was the best quarterback of any of them yesterday.
honestly, I can see a team like the Cowboys drafting him.
No, they won't do that. They'll draft Shador if he's there. They're not going to draft Jackson Dart. I can see Miami doing it.
How about New Orleans at number 10?
New Orleans at 9? No.
The
New
Giants?
Orleans is
I mean,
more like
the Jets, my mistake.
they can do it. Yeah, they can do it. Yeah, I can see the Jets doing it.
You don't think New Orleans, do they have a young quarterback already there?
No, New Orleans is going to ride and die with Derek Carr.
Okay.
Penn
You
was
said
up there,
Dallas.
too.
You think Shador, Dallas would rather draft Sanders over Dart?
Yeah, they don't really care for a guy like Dart.
Would he be too much like? Would Dart be way too much like Dak Prescott, basically?
No, this man, they don't look at him because there's nothing glamorous about him. What did Mississippi do this year?
Not a damn thing.
There you go. There you go.
Does Atlanta need a quarterback, or they have
No, they got Michael Penix.
or Indianapolis, because
Indianapolis, maybe.
yeah, because I don't trust
Richardson sucks ass, plain and simple, bro. And I told everybody that. And look at it now. Bryce Young, who I got as my 15th ranked quarterback when I do my rankings, have come from so far. 16 to 20, I know who they are. I don't know what. I know this. Jordan Love will be 18.
Well, I understand Detroit has golf, but do you think they draft a young quarterback to sit behind him?
I don't know what Detroit. I just know Detroit is still shell shocked that the Redskins rocked them like they did.
But you warned me that the injuries finally caught up to them.
Of course. And I don't think Detroit's going to recover either. I really don't. Because they're the Lions. And now that the Packers are going to open up the checkbook, I think that's a mistake for Green Bay again. That's a big mistake. That's a huge
Why do you say that?
Because to me, you're better drafting and developing than wasting money. And here's the sad part about Green Bay. Folks, they're going to make the contract as you'll get paid up front, but if they don't win, you're cut. They're going that route. So these players, the guys who they're bringing in, you may not be there long. Don't get used to it. Johnny Tavares tied it 4-4. Now, what a game with Detroit, Toronto, and Pittsburgh.
I'm thinking, honestly, I'm predicting Crosby probably goes to maybe Montreal or
That's right, Morris. Ron Francis is my man. I'm looking at his
or
jersey
Edmonton.
right now. Yeah, good.
I can see a team like Edmonton trying to make a trade for a guy like Sidney Crosby. Can you see that?
I don't see the Oilers doing that at all. Number one, McDavid's not going to allow that.
How about Montreal or Vancouver?
I could see Montreal. He ain't going to Vancouver. Sidney Crosby picks where he wants to go. Doesn't do it for me.
How about Dallas?
Doesn't do it for you. Nah, there's only one team. There's only two teams he wants to go to. Everybody knows who it is. Colorado to play with McKinnon. Montreal to play for his dad's childhood team.
But isn't Toronto doesn't have enough cap space for that.
He won't go to Toronto. He doesn't like Toronto. He goes where he wants to go, Manzano.
But I thought Sidney Crosby's from the Toronto area.
No, he's not. He's from Nova Scotia. The closest team to Nova Scotia is the Canadiens.
Who are the top teams in the West again?
Winnipeg,
He wouldn't go to Winnipeg.
no. Vegas, he'll think about Vegas. Dallas, Colorado.
Like you said, he wants to play with McKinnon.
Who I'll put fifth in the West? Edmonton's fifth, and sixth I will say will be
LA?
LA. Yeah.
Would he go to LA?
No.
He doesn't want to have to deal with trying to develop young talent.
LA's good. I don't know what you're talking about. They're good. They got their next franchise star in Byfield. They're good. Wow, right on the buzzer, Mace. Leafs
Any
go
team
again
in the
for
in the East?
5-4 at the end of two. 5-4 Leafs after two.
So you don't think Pittsburgh would trade him to any team in the East? It would be out west, basically.
No. Again, Manzano. Sidney Crosby tells them where he wants to go. They don't trade him where he wants to go. Gary Bettman will step in.
Okay. How about Malkin? Where do you think he goes?
Probably Washington to be with his buddy.
Oh, with Playboy over there, Ovechkin.
Would be with Mr. Fun Times.
Wait, am I correct? Are both him and Ovechkin friends with Kovalchuk?
Yeah, and Kuznetsov. Yeah.
Is Kuznetsov still there in
No,
Washington?
he's been gone. He's out of the league, Kuznetsov.
Oh, he retired from the league?
No, they basically played out of the league. Bruins close to Nova Scotia also. He said that's why they love Brad Marchand so much.
How about I would say, would Sydney allow them to trade him to Boston?
Oh, only two teams, Colorado and Montreal.
Oh, because his father was a Montreal fan?
Yeah. Crosby says it's the greatest city in the world. I totally agree with him. It is the oracle of professional sports in the world. There's now a European soccer team has as many championships as the Montreal Canadiens.
I can see, besides Washington, I can see Malkin maybe going to Colorado.
Nah, that's no. McKinnon wouldn't want him there. Speaking
they
of
hate each other. He doesn't like Malkin.
Doesn't care for him. Why would McKinnon be careful about a Russian?
Oh, my mistake. Detroit, Dallas.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what Dallas is doing. But I know one thing. Nathan McKinnon's a bad man, bro. And he told John Cooper he is not playing with Connor McDavid.
Who?
McKinnon in the Four Nations. He told John Cooper, the coach of Canada, he is not playing with Connor McDavid.
Oh, the Tampa. Oh, wow, McKinnon. Him and McDavid don't like each other?
You could say something like that.
Honestly, because there's a ton of Russians on that team, is Tampa doing good this year?
Hell yeah, they are. I may pick them to go back to the Cup this year, yes.
I can see Malkin end up playing with Kucherov. And
I can see that too. Yeah, I can see that.
Would you say when you look at Malkin, is he a scorer? Is he more of a scorer like a Ovechkin, or is he more of like a pass first guy like a Crosby?
I'll go a little bit further since this is his hero. He's more like McGillney. That's his man, McGillney.
He's a blend. Is McGillney a pure scorer?
He was, yeah. He's McGillney. He's a younger but older version of Alexander McGillney. Hey,
a lot of people.
I know you're in the chat, so listen to this question. And one man's on to ask this too. If you took McKinnon or who's the other guy? Kucherov with the first pick in the draft, would you be wrong? I hope Moss hears me when I just ask that question. Well, Tony Moss can answer it. What would you say? Or Drysdale. I'll put Drysdale in that too.
or Barkov.
No, I'm not putting Barkov in that. That's you
Why?
and Moss's love. Why? Because Barkov ain't getting me 45 goals a year.
Yeah, but like I understand why people want the 45 goals, but if you're building a successful team and stuff like that, wouldn't you want a center who does it all instead of one thing elite?
How many cups does Barkov have?
He has one, and he might get two this year.
I don't know about that without Chuck. How many cups did Kucherov have?
Kucherov has two.
How many cups does McKinnon have?
Colorado hasn't won one, has they?
Yes, they have.
One.
Okay. How many has McDavid won?
0.
How many has Drysdale won?
0.
So this argument and this question I put up is fair. Moss, of course, is ducking it as usual.
Why do you think he doesn't want to answer it?
Of course he doesn't want to answer it. Again, Moss, I ask you again. In your fantasy league, if you took Kucherov or McKinnon number one, would you be wrong? Yes or no? Over McDavid. And I'll say Drysdale too. So is Drysdale, McKinnon, Kucherov. If you took one of those three guys over McDavid, would you be wrong?
No, you wouldn't be wrong.
Thank you. Now, the problem with Barkov is if you're building a team to excite the fans, you don't take Barkov at all. But if you're building a team to
compete in the playoffs consistently,
yes, and you're building it around somebody, and the guy is playing 200 feet both ways of the ice, you could definitely take Barkov. But those guys are hard to find.
What? And you're not. For you as a hockey fan, do you feel the two-way center or the pure scorer is actually harder to find?
Two-way center, no doubt. Because let's be real, Manzano. Basketball is the same way. Do you really want to play defense, or do you want to score points individually?
Score points individually.
There you go. A Barkov is a rare cat. He's rare. So Florida's gonna be good for a while. So
yeah, and I've said this. Barkov is a player that came in the league 2 decades too late.
Let me put this up for Manzano. This is Moss. Read that.
Yeah, I've always said Barkov is a top 5 player in the world.
Okay. And of course, Moss didn't answer the question. Of course, Jesus Christ, you keep believing that. You get.
I'm a Panthers fan. I'm a Panthers fan. He's a top 10 player in the world, but he's not a top 5. Like, but to me,
he's damn good though. I mean, I'm not knocking the man. The man is damn good.
Do you agree with me that Barkov came in the league at a time where it's more focused on offense? He would have done well in the 90s.
Yeah, he would have done better in the 90s. The problem with Barkov is he came at a time where boring Sidney Crosby was there. You don't know what's up with Malkin. The whole league changed when Johnny Gaudreau came into the league. When you had Gaudreau, you had what's his face who's on the Panthers now, Reinhardt. I forgot who was the Drysdale, McDavid. Matthews, Marner, when all those guys came to Chuck, when those guys came into the league changed for the better. Shifley out in Winnipeg.
Well, when
Yeah.
you look at Barkov, those old teams in the 2000 late 90s, early 2000s, what team would he have fit the best on, in your honest opinion?
Ooh. You're not gonna like what I'm gonna say. St. Louis,
St. Louis?
with Joe Quinville, yeah. St.
Actually,
Louis.
I have one.
Kings.
How about the Tampa teams?
Well, Tampa was only good 1 year in the early 2000s. They didn't become a power until
Oh
Cooper
no,
got
my
there.
mistake. Detroit.
Yeah, he would have fit Detroit because he plays 200 feet. Yeah, Bowman would have took him, but not what's our boy? Babcock.
Iserman.
Babcock wouldn't have liked him.
Honestly, I could see him being paired. He would have paired well with a guy like Madonna.
Those Dallas teams of the late 90s, yeah, he would
Yep.
have fit in there.
Was
See, the
Boston
reason
good
I
in the
call
90s?
say again,
Was Boston good in the 90s?
Boston?
Yeah.
Nah, they weren't good in the 90s.
Oh, I got. How about Barkov in those LA teams of the 90s?
Yeah, he would have been good, but Gretzky don't believe in defense, though.
Gretzky would have been annoyed.
Yes, Gretzky like guys can go up and down and just score. No, he came from Edmonton.
There's like I think, like I said, I think Detroit, maybe Chicago.
The teams with Holster and those guys, yeah, he would have fit in.
How
Detroit,
about Montreal
nah, nah.
or Vancouver?
Yeah, Vancouver, yes.
Imagine him with the
Vancouver loves
Sedin
those
brothers.
players, like they like those players.
Can you imagine him paired up with the Sedin twins?
That would have been nice. That would
But
have been sweet.
but
That would have been nice.
between Henrik and his brother, who's more of the scorer?
They both were. They were both identical.
No, I thought one of them was a pure passer.
No, they both scored a similar amount of goals. As a matter of fact, let me look at it. Let me do Henrik Sabine first. Daniel was the better person. Let me do Daniel Sabine first. All right, everybody's raving about a young boy out of Mississippi.
God, Dart.
Everybody's raving about him. I'm telling you right now, if he's there, Miami's going to take him at 13.
and 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 what is it called? That's gonna cause the fans to panic.
Why? You got a quarterback that always getting knocked on his head, getting knocked out. Why are they going to panic? What? That's why Miami is where they are.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the rational Dolphins fans. I'm talking about the idiot fanboys that are Tua fans.
Well, they should know their boy is broken. He's dog shit. What? Can't tell the Dolphin community anything. All right, Daniel Sedin, 393 goals, 648 assists, 1,041 points, and he's a Hall of Famer. Let me do Henry.
I was gonna say, how about him with Colorado?
Yeah,
Barkov.
he would be perfect for them.
With
Yeah, he would be
Sakic
perfect.
and Forsberg.
No, Colorado right now he'd be perfect. Forget Joe Sakic.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about the Colorado team specifically with Sakic and Forsberg.
Yeah, he would fit. But I think this team is better. The team they have right now is better.
But you think
Because
McKinnon?
that team didn't have a Cale McCarr. Even Moss will agree with that.
But a lot of people. Do you think he would work? Like, guy like McKinnon is entertaining, don't you think he would find
No, he's
his?
not. Nathan McKinnon's about winning. This is a man that fights his own coach.
Can you imagine?
Let's think about it. This man told John Cooper that point blank, I'm not playing with Connor McDavid.
I want to see. I want to see how a guy like Vinny Tortorella would have worked with a McKinnon.
They would have killed each other.
You think so?
But one thing Tortorella would have loved about him, he's a winner, and you can argue he's the best player in the sport. And no one will give you an argument about that.
Yeah, according to Chris Drager, the Rantanen trade is a long shot now.
Who got traded?
No, Chris Drager saying the Mikko Rantanen trade is this trade deadline is not going to happen. Apparently.
Okay. Then when Carolina's knocked out in the second round again and Rantanen leaves, they look stupid as they always do. All right, Henrik Sedin, what a career. 240 goals, 830 assists. He had 30 more points career-wise than his brother. And
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Well, wasn't Henrik more of the assist guy?
Yeah, and Daniel was more the scoring guy.
Wouldn't that be like, being that Henrik and Barkov almost play the same style of game? Wouldn't that be too conflicting?
No, it won't. That would be an unstoppable line. Let me see if he made the Hall of Fame. He won it. Yeah, he did make the Hall of Fame too. So both of the Sedin brothers are in the Hall of Fame.
So you disagree with me a little bit? You don't think Henrik and Alex playing style are way too not conflicting, where they're almost the same style and it would almost like cancel each other out?
Yeah, Moss now finally answers the question. McJesus and McKinnon, 1A, 1B.
Honestly, I would have Kucherov over them, but
wow, that's your choice. I'm not gonna argue with you. You can go with Kucherov.
You know what it is? I like McDavid and McKinnon, but I prefer. It seems like Kucherov is a better, like, he can score, but I see him play more defense consistently. Do you agree?
The difference with Kucherov is from the other two, he comes up with big goals come playoff time. McDavid's electrifying. McKinnon is powerful. They all do different things. Like McDavid's is speed that makes him so great.
McKinnon's right in the middle, you think?
McKinnon
or is he a power forward?
He's a power forward. He's a bully. That's what McKinnon is. A damn bully.
And that's why I think I agree with you. If Barkov would do well with a guy like McKinnon, that would be scary. And Kucherov, to me, like I said, I think because of the style of hockey that Cooper plays, he relies his forwards to play 200 feet, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't think
Moss said something interesting. He said that long shot trade, Manzano, that means it could happen. He's right about that. Speed and skill is McDavid. Yep.
And I like I said, I think Kucherov is out of all three of them, I think Kucherov is a better 200-foot player that can be an elite scorer.
Oh, yeah, stuff like that. Of course. All right, Denver has cut the lead to 5.
Is there any updates on what's his name? On how when they're expecting Matt Tkachuk to come back?
Moss said playoff time, so he's going to get 6 weeks off.
Do you think the Panthers might have to get another scorer to replace him?
I don't know what they're gonna do. I think they wanted Seth Jones. Uh, Barry Zito had him in. Billy Zito had him in Columbus. That's why he got him. He got his man. 5-5 in Pittsburgh. What a game! That game is on your local TNT affiliate.
Yeah, no, and to me, when it comes to, I like the Seth Jones trade, but if we're gonna be missing, but we have two scores on. We have Bennett and Reinhardt on the team, right? So we're good
Yeah,
with the scoring. We don't need another score.
you're gonna need somebody to replace Chuck while he's gone, bro.
Would a Malkin be a good replacement?
Yeah, he would. Yeah, you gotta understand something. Except for
Or,
Sidney Crosby, Pittsburgh will get rid of anybody if you want.
honestly, I agree with Moss. I think the Panthers might try to get Mikko Rantanen.
I can see that.
Him pairing up with Barkov on the first line.
That would be very good.
Is Patrick Laine still in the league?
Who?
Patrick Laine?
He's in Montreal.
Is he doing well for them or is he injured again?
He's doing very well for the Canadiens.
Would a guy like McKinnon and would guys like McKinnon and Crosby, not Crosby, and McDavid be bullied in the 90s in?
Nah, McDavid is just too fast. He's the road runner. You can't catch him. He'll be Pablo Bore of the 90s.
No,
He'll
that's
be like Pablo
but
Bore
in
was.
terms of I understand his speed, but the physicality of the league back then. Do you think he could handle the constant being pushed into the boards all the time?
Yeah,
Is he big enough, or do you think he's too slight
McDavid.
to handle the constant punishment?
He's a little bit too slight for the 90s player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think McKinnon and Kucherov are the two players that I can see doing well because even though they're very small and stuff but they're built like a fire hydrant. Like when you look at McKinnon, he's big. I think he's like 220. He's around the same weight as Barkov, like 220, 215, 220.
This is what he says. Panthers Panthers now have to chuck on IRLT. That means they can go sign somebody for $8 million on Friday. McDavid and McKinnon Hughes brothers is elite speed on those four. It depends on Jacques Lemaire rules or not. Hey, Mace, yeah, I agree with that. What
What
he
do you
means
guys mean
is
by
if
Jock
they
Lemaire
play,
rules?
if McDavid played in the way it was in the late 90s with the Devils, the way they play defense, they'll kill McDavid.
What do you guys mean by the Jock Lemaire rule?
That the Devils invented something called the neutral zone trap, which means once you get the puck in the Devils zone, the Devils are going to shove it out and you have to start all over again to try to get back up the ice and score on them. Boring hockey. It won 3 Stanley Cups for him, but it's boring hockey.
When I heard the Jacques Lemaire rule, you know what I thought you meant? It's almost kind of like the MJ rule, the Michael Jordan thing.
No, it's just that they were so angry the way the Rangers got lucky and beat them in triple overtime in game 7 that they focused on building something that was unstoppable, and it was, unless you have super talent. But then again, They did beat McDonald's Dallas Stars for the Stanley Cup also.
Yeah, my favorite player of those teams, I was a big fan of for those Devils teams. I liked Scott Stevens.
I did too. What he did to Lindros was unfair.
Unfair.
Ruined that man's career with that hit.
You think it was dirty or?
I think it was.
And the other guy I liked was oh my God, there was a forward on that team that I liked, but I can't remember his name. He was the number one right winger on that team. I can't remember his name now.
On the Devils?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't really have stars like that. Their stars was the goalie and Stevens and Niedermeyer. The Devils did scoring by committee.
Oh, my mistake. Was it? I thought one of the Niedermeyer brothers was on those teams.
He was Scott, the defenseman.
Oh, did Rob play for the Devils too?
No, they played in Anaheim together. They played for the Ducks when they won the Stanley Cup together.
Who do you like better, Rob or Scott?
Scott. Scott's a Hall of Famer. But you still could win Ronnie Lott of the NHL, man. Yeah, you're right. Scott Stevens. Danico was good to us, right? Ken Danico was great. Shout out to my boy Ken Danico.
Is there a player in the NHL that had the same rules that like a Michael Jordan had in the NBA?
Oh man, you gotta go back to the '90s because
Was a Gretzky like that?
no, probably Mario Lemieux.
Oh, Mario.
But he was so unstoppable, man.
I was gonna say Yager, maybe.
No, Yager. You know, it's funny you bring Yager up. If I compared Connor McDavid to somebody, it would be Jaromir Yager.
Wow,
Just a lot smaller. Oh, Yager was unstoppable.
So, wait, I know that Yammer was. I know Lemieux, Yager. I forgot there was another Russian on that team, too.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was just those two. And Yager is Czechoslovakian. He's not. He's not Russian. Mario is French Canadian.
Super Mario.
He saw his brother Rob play a Medicine Hat. Okay.
Yeah. So you're saying, wait, is Yager bigger than McDavid, or is it the other way around?
He's much bigger than McDavid.
In terms of height and weight?
Him and Mario was so tall. They were Yager was a man child.
You know the reason why I've always assumed Yager was taller. The way he plays on the ice made it seem like he was shorter than he actually was.
He was a power forward, man. Yager dominated the game. Dominated. Even without Mario. Hey, Moss, remember the 92 playoffs when Adam Graves / Mario knocked them out of the series and Yager destroyed the Rangers with Mark Messier there, by the way?
No, you know the reason why I'm saying that is because I've never seen him live, so I don't truly know how big it is. But
you never saw Yager in his time.
Yeah, no, but when it comes to Yager, the reason why I'm in my head I think he's smaller is just the camera angles they used for him didn't make it seem like he was tall and lanky. It looked like he was very compact and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
How about, can you imagine a young Yager paired up with Barkov?
That would have been deadly. That would have been deadly.
and of course a young Alexander McGillney.
Yeah,
Wait, is McGillney a right or left wing?
right wing.
Yager was a left.
Yeah. Oh, Yaga can play center.
Because I remember Yager playing both wings, right and left.
He can do whatever you want him to do. Like I said, when the Rangers
Was he
knocked
a
Mario
200
out,
foot guy?
when Mario got knocked out of that series in Game 2, Yaga and Ron Francis, really Ron Francis beat the Rangers by himself.
That's weird. Why, when we talk about great players, Ron Francis never gets brought up? Why?
Very stoic person.
He wasn't a big trash talker.
No, not at all. He was very stoic. That means he's boring. Doesn't say much. Let us play do the talking. Ron Francis, 3 Stanley Cups in his career, Hall of Fame career.
The Yagers from Calgary, Mace, world famous. Oh yeah,
And
Yager played in Calgary first.
yeah, he played Pittsburgh, then the Capitals, then the Rangers.
Then he ended his career at the end of it with the Panthers, I think, right?
Yeah, no, Calgary ended his career with. When Billy Zito and those guys came, they got rid of him.
And honestly, what I was asking, was Yager more of a pure offensive guy, or was he a 200-foot guy where he can play defense too?
Offensive guy.
Was Ron Francis an offensive guy or a 200-foot?
200-foot.
Mario was 200 feet, right? Or pure scorer?
He's a scorer and playmaker. Mario don't know defense if he put it in front of him.
So you're saying Yager, you say the closest person to McDavid in terms of old school is Yager?
Yeah.
But the only difference is Yager's a lot bigger. Isn't he like 230 or something like that?
Yeah. Yep, you're right about
If
that.
it's not his father, like if you say Kachuk plays like his dad, like what is another player you can see him like in terms of his playing style that's not his father? Brady.
Probably somebody like Joe Otto.
How about Matt? If it's not his father,
Matt Chuck. Probably somebody like trying to think.
I was gonna say
McKinnon.
Travis Zajac.
Nah, he wasn't nothing really.
No, in terms of the playing style.
Nah, Sajak wasn't a tough guy. He wasn't even a big guy.
Zajac?
Yeah, he wasn't big. Devils don't take big guys, Tony. They never did. Devils always take role players until they got Zach Parisi.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. Matt plays like a Zach Parise, maybe.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do the trading deadline for hockey and the?
Yep, thumbnails will be up tomorrow. You'll see them. I'm doing the football on Thursday, trade deadline on Friday, Flames, Flames Canadians for Mr. Miami next Saturday, and then Monday I'm doing the NFL free agent frenzy, the tampering. Yep, I'll be up for all of that.
And of course, even after we won, and Messi still scored 3 goals last night against Kansas City, what's his name? Big O still attacked Messi even after he performed.
He attacks him because that was a regular season game. That wasn't a playoff game.
He should honestly. I've been saying this. Big O should keep his mouth shut when he defends Tua. He's the last person that should criticize someone's playoff performance when he's been defending Tua his whole career.
Yeah, you know how I feel about that. You know how I feel about him. And I've been proven right. I told everybody in TD's room that he was peanut brittle. Nobody wanted to listen to me.
I was the only one that believed you.
Yeah, I was right.
But of course, I'm still stuck with the Justin Herbert thing. But he's not doing well.
Yeah, but Justin Herbert's going to win. You
Eventually.
know, the Harbaugh, they're going to win. He's just getting out. He's just trying to get rid of the dead weight. That's what he's doing right now.
So yeah, I think I thought eye test said he did the same thing with the 49ers where once he got there he was looking. The first 2 years are analysis for him. Then the 3 years 3 and 4 are the ones that you see them start
Well,
going
I
into
think
play.
is wrong because the first year Jim Harbaugh was in San Francisco, if it wasn't for a muffed punt, they would have won the Super Bowl that year. They lost in the championship game to the Giants. He should know better.
No. My I didn't mean to say it like that. What I meant to say is, in terms of how he looks at the roster, the first 2 years are more of a trying to eliminate the guys that don't fit his system and stuff like
That
that.
is true. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what pisses me off. That Ross. Do you think Ross would have given him the full power that he wanted?
Yeah. Because that's somebody Moss likes and trusts.
So basically, Greer would have been just more of a figurehead.
Yeah.
Like
No, Harbaugh would have got him fired. Harbaugh wouldn't have fired him.
Oh, he wouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Are you doing a show later?
No, I'm done. Tony, I'll see you Thursday.
Okay. Have a good day.
All right, man. You have a good week. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Well, that's it for me. For somebody. Oh, Moss is here. Okay. Vamos is here too. What's up, Moss?
Oh, it was Gatos or it was Manzano?
Yeah, I'm here.
Manzano left.
I'm here.
Yeah,
He was misinterpreting me. He didn't understand that one comment. He
I just don't want to interrupt nobody.
He thought I said Jaeger played Calgary. I meant the Jaegers, those guys, Mace. You know what I mean.
The Jaegers?
Mace? The Jaegers, those guys that dress up like Jaeger, they're from Calgary and they follow Jaeger all around the world watching them play hockey.
Those two dudes with the wigs.
That's what I meant, the Jaegers. You know you're good when you have your own fanboys traveling the world.
That's true. You're right about that. Yeah, that's true.
The
Yeah, I agree
Jaegers.
with you, man. I agree.
The Jaegers, fanboys. What else was he misinterpreting about me?
I don't know, but Manzano's all right.
No, yeah, Ron Francis. I was saying how Mace always, like most people, Manzano's right. Most people don't consider him one of the elite players, but me and Mace have always said him and Howard Chuck were elite. Like,
Howard Chuck,
you know,
ridiculous, man.
Francis could play, like you said, both ways so good, and that's what made Pittsburgh win like so easily because they had Lemieux Jaeger, but then they'd have Francis too. Like
Francis beat the Rangers by himself back in 1992. I was laughing my ass off.
he would shut guys down, Francis, and score.
I agree with that.
He was a lot like Brian Trottier, like really those two similar.
I think it's very unfair that people want him fired.
Yeah.
In Seattle.
Good hockey, man. Good hockey.
Remember, Seattle has a female owner now.
Female coach, remember? Oh,
Yeah,
and owner.
She was
Yeah,
on
you
with
said
Scott
that.
Oak last night.
Yeah, the coach. Me and Mace think she's pretty hot. She's from Saskatchewan originally.
Yeah, she says she's a Sasky girl.
Yeah. Some guy on that interview I watched last night, they're like, don't you miss some hometown Saskatchewan Pilsner beer? She's like, yeah.
That put a smile on Moss's face.
You were going to leave, but yeah, Bruins are starting. And yeah, I didn't know if you're going all day or what, or if I should start one or what. There's that guy with the mullet again, Iowa.
You should start one, man. I'm just going to chill. I'll pull up later. Go ahead, start one. I'll pull up later. I swear.
Start a Bruins one, and then maybe you'll join for the Flames game.
They're
getting shut out just like you wanted, Mace. The road trip of death.
I'm loving every minute of it.
Oh, man, I wanted them to make the playoffs with you, trying to get them to suck.
Like everyone's saying, they make the playoffs. Winnipeg is going to nuke them. Remember one thing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm starting to think of my team too, Mace, is Bruins. Even if we make the playoffs, we're getting owned. Like
Connor Hellebuyck, the Flames have not played Connor Hellebuyck. Didn't face Connor Hellebuyck all year. They faced Comrie all 3 games.
Yeah, he was worn out a bit, it seemed like, too, from the Four Nations. McDavid's looked like a normal player after that Four Nations.
Hey, Moss, let me ask you this crazy question.
Some guys, it's like raised their levels, that tournament. Other guys, it's like it mentally wore them out, you know.
Let me ask you this. You think he's lost his speed a little bit?
A little lately, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was there for the Four Nations, but I mean, everyone's pretty fast in that. But yeah, since then, it's like he's worn out a bit or something.
Yeah. He said it himself.
Yeah, he said something.
And I give Ronald McDavid a lot of credit. He said, yeah, but I still got to own up to the team.
Yeah.
I still got to perform.
Yeah. Tough road trip. It's tough going out east when you're from the west.
Oh,
those road trips.
Oh,
your fans don't even stay awake when you guys play the West Coast, but then
come on,
play the East Coast, and it's like a gauntlet. I'm just saying, there's a lot of good teams in the East.
I know.
Yeah,
my team doesn't have no excuse, man.
I think you're loading up. You're going to get a good trade deadline deal too.
Loading up too. I do. I agree with you.
You're going to get another player, me and Mace think, too. Like,
yeah, we hit the Dolphins, bro.
I don't see it for the Dolphins, bro.
Man, every mock draft, people have us picking O-linemen. I'm like, me and Mace, no, we're not picking O-linemen, and it's a travesty.
It's going to be a quarterback. Watch.
I think, again, if
Dolphins do Dolphin shit.
If this Dart kid is what they say, even Poupard said it the other day. If Shedeur Sanders falls to them, they're gonna take him.
Yeah. I think if Cam Ward or Shedeur fell down, they wouldn't.
If Jackson Dart is there at 13, they're gonna take him.
Dart is.
They like Dart a lot, bro.
I watched them. Everyone was hyping him up. I wasn't that impressed.
Well,
I thought Ewers looked better than Dart.
This is the question to Chris Grimm. Okay.
All right.
Can this guy throw 70 yards to Tyreek and Waddle? Yes, he can. Okay, he's a prospect.
And it fits the image.
The quarterback we got now gets hurt too damn much. You can't trust him.
Yeah, we need a plan. One way or another, we need a plan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If this kid can throw 70 yards, he's on the list.
Yeah, and it fits the image.
I don't know. I'm fed up. Like, I'm never fed up. I'm fed up that you see what good franchises do, and we just choose never to do it.
Because they do Dolphin shit.
We don't draft good big guys every year like Eagles do, these good teams, Chiefs do. Fuck. Like, wake up, man.
Bro, they've been sleeping since 73.
That's fucked up. They have been sleeping, though.
The fucking doctors, everyone was asleep when we chose to not take Drew Brees.
I mean, they haven't won a playoff game in what? 25 years? That's terrible.
They're the new Cleveland Browns. Now they're the new Lions. That's what I call
Oh,
it.
shit.
Yeah, Browns. What did Browns win a playoff series? What are these last
Yeah, they
years?
won a playoff game this century. It's embarrassing, bro.
5-5 Leafs having trouble at Penguins.
It is embarrassing. Man. It's sad.
I can still see the Patriots winning
There's a lot of good big
playoff
guys.
games. Because I don't see us winning one.
There's a lot of good big guys in this draft.
That's what happens when you want to entertain instead of win big.
Yep. And that's why I'm glad I got the Canes.
You better be glad you got that.
And guys think I'm crazy, but in reality, you got one team staying in one position and you got the other team
Trying at least.
trying to do something.
Trying. And that's what Eagles did. Like, look at when they fell apart last year, you guys. Do they we need more weapon? No, they get more good big guys. They get Jalen Carter in the draft.
Yeah, but the Eagles their organization, the shit doesn't seem like it.
They always know what they're doing.
No, the reason why they know what to do is because they have structure.
Yeah.
They have a tremendous general
Good GM.
manager.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Dolphins don't have
Baltimore too. Baltimore never sucks. And if they suck, they fix it right away.
Right away.
Who was the owner?
Green Bay right now. They're going to fix that shit with cash.
Yeah, remember
when they won?
growing up, Green Bay would never do free agents. Now they're all over it.
Who was the Dolphins owner when they won, Mace?
We'll see what happens. Free agency.
Hey, yeah, it figures.
and he was the one that started the downfall effect. How the hell do you let Zonka, Kick, and Warfield walk out the door in the beginning of their prime? And they never recovered from that.
We had them when they were cheap.
Forget cheap. You have three of the best players in the sport.
And let them walk.
But everyone was cheap back then, is what I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
You just can't make this shit up.
Can't make this shit up.
No money in the game is crazy now.
I'm still laughing. That Big Gold says this is year 41.
Oh, yeah, that was what I was going to ask. Mazzano was going off about him still ripping Messi. I was like, when do I go on there and tell him what's what about Messi and soccer?
I still laugh. And maybe it's true now that he says the EuroLeague is garbage compared to the MLS.
Well, no, MLS is just catching up gradually all the time. It's really getting better, a lot better. No one will admit it, but I sure the hell would. I didn't watch MLS for the first years. It's good now.
Still can't believe you're saying this.
And what?
You really believe, Moss, that the MLS is catching up to the Premier League and La Liga?
Oh,
hell no.
Not players.
Not even close.
Their teams would still beat ours, but they've caught up to French League.
Nah, Moss.
League.
Not even close. I still prefer.
We get 30 teams in a league. They don't have that many in those leagues.
But I prefer.
Look at the talent that's in MLS now. And European teams are buying MLS players young, and then MLS teams are buying European guys that are in their prime, not just old guys.
I still prefer.
It's changing. It's shifted, man.
Go ahead, Ramos. Say what you're going to say.
I still prefer to watch Arsenal over Inter Miami.
It's history. It's the leagues. It's everything. But MLS is getting there, man.
Yeah, I'd say another 14 years.
What Inter Miami's doing? Like, look at the hype.
Yeah, but
hype matters.
I still say the Euros are a few years ahead.
Oh yeah, just tradition and fan base
I
and
just
everything.
laugh when Big O calls that league garbage like he does.
Yeah, it's not garbage.
Wait, what league?
The Premier League.
It's not garbage. Hell
But
no.
yeah, but then Rip Big Betsy and the MLS, that's not right either. It's good.
I mean, which do you prefer, MLS or Premier?
Well, I've grown up with Premier League. I love it, of course, but
Same here. I prefer.
I thought MLS was shit for a lot of years too, but it's good now.
Nah,
You
it's
just
got a
got
long way to go still.
a lot of good South Americans, a lot of good talent.
I still prefer
Yeah.
the Premier League.
It's exactly right. And then what I said to Mace the other week there was the attendance, because all these great soccer-specific stadiums now, MLS, the attendance is only second to the Premier League in the whole world now, MLS.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, I still say Premier League's where it's at.
Yeah, it is. They just don't. They don't run the league good, Mace. You should see how I ripped these guys. I was like, Premier League, you got all this money. You're supposed to be the best league in the world. NFL would never stand for the shit Premier League fans put up with.
True.
Bad cameras, this fucking reffing VAR garbage, how they don't work it right, just terrible.
Yeah, I don't think the game's up either.
NFL fans would not put up with this shit. The Premier League fans do. All this money in their horse shit.
I'm still shocked that ass clown Cronky doesn't give you guys a big team story.
Yeah, that we got no striker.
That's crazy.
They're good owners, though. Everyone wants to rip them. I'm like, look what they do in sports. Their teams win.
Except Arsenal.
Well,
I'm not
we're
being
second
I'm not
every year.
being funny
Second
about
isn't
that
bad.
either.
Second isn't bad every year.
Arsenal's one of these teams I can look from afar that they're right there, but there's always something.
Yeah, we don't. Like, look what they've done with the Rams and Colorado and Nuggets. They've helped them get over the hump. At Arsenal, they haven't let us buy that big striker. Or I don't know. Like, you're right, Mace. They're just not getting over the hump of going for it.
I mean, last year, I thought
Rams, they went for it. You got to admit, look, all the Rams lost all their draft picks for how many years? Because they were going for it.
Yeah. That's what Green Bay's doing right now. Would you do, this is the trade they put on the table with Seattle. I would not do this.
What is it?
The first, the second in this draft, Romeo Dobbs and Dontavian Wicks for Metcalf. I will never make that trade.
Hell no. That's a bad trade.
Plus, Metcalf drops too many balls. I wouldn't want him as my receiver. He's not reliable in the clutch.
I'll say this: now that the Redskins got this guy, shit, they're gonna be dangerous.
I still think they're going to take a step back.
I mean, I can see that.
I think Atlanta, for the first time and probably ever for them, they're going to be real good. That division I will watch very closely. Tampa Bay and Atlanta.
Yeah, they haven't been good since Matt Ryan.
You ain't lying. The same Matt Ryan, by the way, you know I'm going to say it, Mars, who Dolphin media, Dolphin fans, and Bill Parcells took the Michigan man with the number one.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really thought of it then or for years, but now looking back, you're right. Yeah.
And when Matt Ryan goes to the Hall of Fame, you know damn well
He should have won that Super Bowl. Yeah.
I'm going to be looking for my man, Captain Curtis Stevenson down. He used to be at
And who are we rolling with? Tana Thrill?
I'm gonna be killing
Tana girl.
I'm be killing Omar Kelly too. How stupid can you be to take a and don't really let Parcells off the hook. The
Kenneth, really.
2011 draft, he admitted he made a big mistake.
Yeah.
He should have
Yeah, after the fact.
He should have taken Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
And now we're stuck with Tua. Ugh.
Well, we would have been in the running every year, and who knows what would happen? We would have won some playoff games, and we wouldn't be talking about how we've never won a playoff game.
Yeah, you would have had a quarterback who would competed with Brady, Roethlisberger, Manning, and Flacco every year.
Hey.
That's our good friend Mario Barkley.
Mario, what's up?
And instead, what did they do? You guessed it. They took
Dolphin shit.
But you see, this is the part I did it the other night when I was up here. When Dolphin fans should have been alarmed. The day Stephen Ross brought the team, Parcells quit. Because Parcells knew him from the Jets.
Parcells doesn't want to be part of that bullshit.
Because he knows how he is.
Yep. He says, I'm out of town. No way. Bye. I can't believe they missed out on Lamar twice.
That was when you can't blame Stephen Ross. Stephen Ross wanted Lamar Jackson.
I was taking a piss.
I blame the GM.
Oh, yeah, Tannenbaum was the GM back then. He said, don't take him. He's a wide receiver. What?
Look at him now.
He still won the MVP this year. We know why they didn't give it to him. Josh Allen. Well, you're going to die with Josh Allen.
Wins Bruins.
I told you guys. You're going to live and die with Matty. Excuse me, not Matty. You're going to live and die with Big Josh.
I remember him at Wyoming. He was doing his thing there too.
I give him credit that he made himself into a good quarterback.
Yeah. But he did. I agree.
The big one.
Nope.
After a while, that window closes.
I'm myself. I don't want them to win anything. I'd rather them stay at 0. But
I don't think Buffalo win anytime soon. To be honest with you, I don't.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
If Miami's ever gonna win the division, it's gonna be this year.
Shit, that ain't gonna happen. No way. No way they're winning that. I still say it's the Bills division.
All right, Boston beats Denver today.
Oh, nice.
Overtime.
These Penguins are still OT and Bruins Wild coming up.
They usually put that on TBS here in the States.
Is Marchand playing? I think he is, but man, he looked bad yesterday when he took that hit.
Well, I don't know.
My boy, Marchand. Nova Scotia boys we were talking about.
What's for lunch, Moss?
There was 30 Nova Scotia guys in the league until during the World Cup.
Yeah, they're just superstars. There's barely any average Nova Scotian.
All right, Matthews, what he always does best, miss a point-blank shot at the goalie.
Oh, I just saw it too. Nylander?
Yeah.
Tipped it or something. Fucking Pittsburgh. They can never figure out their goalies.
Isn't it scary that they're 2 championship goalies? Toronto wins, Nylander. It's
OT.
over. And the Maple Leafs have won 4 in a row.
6-5. That was a common score back in the 80s.
They can smell it, folks. They can smell it. Look at all their fans.
They're
Nobody
ahead of the
goes to the game.
Panthers. It's a battle for
Wait,
first, Leafs and
Well,
Panthers.
they said the building is half empty now in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And I
Look at
remember I
all
used
the empty seats.
that one game I ever went down to Miami, Florida Panthers. It was Penguins, and it was half Penguins fans down there.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's still like that there. Sad, but it's true.
But yeah, the Penguins fans at home now are getting a little.
No,
But,
they're not there. It's like in Nashville. I was laughing my ass
This is
off.
what Kyle Dubas does. Loses.
Kyle Dubas. This is not on Dubas. This is on Jimmy Rutherford. This is who it's on.
Yeah, they didn't do anything for so long.
He gave all the contracts.
Yep. Well, and Crosby's never asked for like a huge contract. Like he's been
But
pretty
he wanted to
reasonable.
win. Well, you know what, Sid? Why don't you cut your contract a third and get out of Denver this week?
Yeah, we keep saying that, but he's too fucking nice. He's too Canadian, Mace.
Of course. That's why he loves playing. It was funny. Who said this about Crosby? Somebody in the media. I think it was Darren Drager that more kids know him now in Canada as Captain Canada than they didn't know he won Stanley Cups.
Yeah, Sid the Kid is gone. We don't remember Sid the Kid.
Oh man, so funny. Buddy's here. Let me welcome him in. I think I'll stick around a little longer. Even though I did want to rush.
Bruins? I got to turn it to the Bruins.
What's up, 305? Mr. Miami's in the building.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
What's up, 305?
We're good, family. We're good.
Sitting back chilling. What's up, big brother Moss?
What's up, buddy?
What's up,
Come on,
305?
Chilling.
I'm gonna have a special thumbnail for the game Saturday night. Get ready, you're gonna love it.
Bruins in the
Flames,
wild.
you ready to go down this weekend?
Hell yeah, you better whip our ass next Saturday night, bro. You better beat the shit out.
Montreal's on playoffs.
We're gonna make a zap out of y'all this weekend.
I hope you do.
So
Hey, you might
305.
hear-
Mace
What's up,
wanting
brother?
his claim to tank, and Montreal Canadiens are chasing playoffs.
Yeah, you know I said hi to you. I said hi to you earlier.
All right.
You know I said hi to you. It's like
Mr. Man, we'll forfeit the game to you. How's that?
that's cool. See, it's like you go to it's like you go to a family reunion. If you don't say hi, you get kicked out the house.
I'm so laughing, man. You should have heard me yesterday. I said, damn, you guys couldn't score a goal? Not one goal?
Yep, Team Canada. That Toronto Magic
Toronto just won 6-5.
in the Magic in Toronto.
These
In
big boys
Buffalo.
can run too.
Well,
The combine, the big
no,
boys.
no comment on the Toronto Maple Leafs.
They won yesterday. Did they win
And they
yesterday?
just won, and they just won again.
Team Canada.
Picking it up. Winnipeg Jets.
Just
Nova
win the
Scotia
game.
Bruins.
Here's money.
I'm be pulling for the Canadians so hard up here Saturday night.
I'm going to Montreal all the way. And
Bruins.
Florida and Tampa Bay, y'all better get ready too.
We're barely ahead of the Habs, our Nova Scotia Bruins.
So we coming for y'all too.
That's cap.
That is. We beat y'all this year. Silent.
Yeah, but who has the cup?
Massachusetts is joining Nova Scotia, Canada.
But who is the greatest franchise in the world?
See,
Oh,
Kane,
no.
how many Stanley Cups do Florida got?
Hey, I'm just glad we won one, man. I'm like
There
the
you
Dolphins.
go. There
Can't
you
do
go.
shit.
The
See,
epicenter of the world, Mr. Miami.
Kane. See,
Mr.
Kane, we
Miami,
got.
Mr. Miami, the cradle of organized sports is in Montreal, Quebec.
See,
The
Kane, we got.
world stops. When the Canadians are good, the world stops and watch.
See, Kane, we got 24. Top that.
I love the fact that Mr. Miami is all in on his Canadians.
And Mario Cristobal can't beat
I heard that comeback when I was in high school, though.
God damn, Canadians.
Habs got 24. It hasn't happened in a long time, right?
But you know what?
I'm gonna say, when Mario Cristobal beat Georgia Tech, holler at your boy.
Bruins have won more
Damn.
recently.
It's not that personal. Well, I was gonna say what I was gonna say.
Yeah, man, it ain't that personal.
James, if you win one more cup this year, then your franchise is grandfathered in the NHL. Do you know what that means?
And I think they will.
If they win again, they will be grandfathered. They will be one of the, let's just say, ideal franchises in the sport from now on. When you win 2 cups, then the 4.
This Georgia O lineman's running again. He's got the fastest time.
Yeah, the Florida Panthers are doing some great things. I'm just being honest.
We're in a great franchise.
Wait till the playoffs get here. When the playoffs get here, that's all they talk about. The talkers on the field.
4.84. This O lineman ran Georgia. 4.84 for an O lineman.
Oh, really? That's great for a lineman.
Fast for a big guy. Holy.
Yeah, that's great for a lineman.
Man, there is a lot of good big guys in this draft.
I think Florida's in good shape. I'm being honest about that. I think the Panthers are in good shape.
That Seth Jones was magic. Remember?
Yeah, we the Dolphins.
2 weeks ago, Mace. I said Seth Jones in Florida makes great sense.
That was an awesome trade. Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, nice call, Moss.
I saw Seth Jones in Memorial Cup that against McKinnon.
I did too.
It was one of the best hockey games I've ever seen. Seth Jones and McKinnon going at it.
Should have been the number 1 pick. He should have been the number 1 pick overall, but I do believe racism had a lot to do with it, and he went 7.
Yeah, Seth Jones is
Columbus.
awesome.
I mean,
he needs to be on this good team and be hungry. He's never had that. He was on Columbus, they sucked, and then he was on Chicago and sucked.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, TNT. Rick Bonus is on TNT. Mace, our guy.
Let me go and put on some hockey.
TNT. Rick Bonus is on it, Mace. He's usually on the Canadian.
In the studio, right?
Anson Carter. And Biz Nasty. Biz Nasty was giving it to all the Americans when Canada won. It was so funny.
Ain't no Montreal on the day.
Spitting Chicklets. That's hockey
podcast. The TNT showing you Sunday triple headers beginning next year.
All hockey next week?
Next year, yeah. They're going to kill the game. I'll tell you that right now.
Do it.
They're going to, you know. Yeah, but back to what I was saying.
I was supposed to wake up and do soccer again today, Mace, and I slept in again.
Oh, yeah. Jackson Dart is all over the place, folks. He is all over the place. He must have had a hell of a time by me. Yeah, if I'm you, Avamos, I don't have to worry about anything.
Damn right. Yeah, we ain't the Dolphins.
We ain't the Hurricanes.
Hey, Miami.
I love the Miami Hurricanes. But we can't beat Mario. We can't beat on Georgia Tech.
We beat them a couple of times. What are you talking about?
I talked about last year. I said last
That's
year.
last year, man. Ain't nobody worried about that.
That was brutal.
At Middle Tennessee State. So silence.
I mean, shit, ain't nobody worried about that either.
Man, listen to this guy.
Mr. Miami. Mr. Miami.
Yeah, I'm right here.
2 weeks from now, you go to South Florida, the Sunrise. You should get a ticket for that game. There's plenty of tickets for that. Why don't you go? Canadians in town. Hockey night in Canada.
I saw Evander Holyfield at a Panther game.
I don't want to be riding them bandwagon fans up in Jupiter.
What? There'll be a lot of Montreal fans go. Maybe you'll meet a hot French lady down there.
Wait, did you just say? Wait, Miami. Wait, did you just say bandwagon fans?
I said the wannabe fans. I'm talking about when you roll with them in the 2000s.
Yo, Canadian fans are heavy in Florida, man.
Yeah,
I know.
there's lots of Quebecers.
Go get a ticket to the game, 305.
Yeah.
If I can get off, see, I'm gonna be working.
Meet a nice
On a Saturday
Canadian.
night, 305, really?
Nah,
Meet a nice Canadian French lady. You could meet a French lady, maybe.
Also, the rematch is 2 weeks after that in Laval.
In Montreal.
In Montreal, the end of the month.
gosh.
That's Montreal, bro. Laval, yeah.
La Belle Center Bill.
Yes. Montreal. All right. Let me see. This is out today. Marchand's not playing. Frederick's not playing.
Oh, the Minnesota's wearing the North Stars jerseys. Yeah, I just saw that too. Frederick, McAvoy, Lindholm, we know that. But Marchand is out.
We'll see the
Kaprizov, Eriksson, Ek, Hartman, all out for a while.
Let me tell my man something. Vamos, thank you for shutting us out yesterday. I loved it.
You're
I was
welcome.
telling kids that.
Let me see my team first. Let me see the rest of the
ECW.
That's right.
Hey, I'll say this about Cena, bro.
Yeah.
That fucking heel turn, man. He could have done a lot more better than that, man.
Could have made it look better. Could have made the fake kid better, or what?
Yeah.
If you don't think racism exists, if I find it again, I'll send it to you, 305. I'll send it to you, Subama. Since Uso won, the ratings have dropped. Yeah, Uso. Didn't he win the thing we just saw a couple of weeks ago, 305?
To Jey Uso? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Green, gold, and white, Minnesota.
Racist WWE fans are showing their disapproval of him winning.
Yeah, they
And
all
I'll
did.
say it right here, right now. F. Cody Rhodes. Could care less.
They didn't. I remember when Rock first came. They didn't like him at first. They booed him and stuff.
Yeah.
Shoot, Cody Rhodes, he got beat up yesterday.
Yeah, that's good. Good. Can't stand his ass. Good. I didn't like his daddy. I don't like him.
Exactly, me too.
Damn.
I have never seen Cody Rhodes fight, but I didn't like his dad, so fuck you.
I like Dusty Rhodes.
Well, you could enjoy Dusty Rhodes.
I didn't like him either.
But
Fake.
and Goldust.
Yeah, I like Goldust. Yes, I like Molina.
Yeah, Molina with the cigars.
Yes.
He should have brought an Austin Myers gold member.
So, the road trip of death
Austin
continues.
Powers, Mike Myers.
Yeah, 305. I'm gonna be cheering for the Canadians so hard. I should wear my jersey next Saturday night.
You got a jersey?
He's got a hat.
Yeah. I showed it to you.
A PK
I want
Subban.
to see that mug again. See,
A Larry Roberts.
I'll show it to you. 'Cause it's in the closet, deep in the closet. I'll show it.
Guy Lafleur that scored the goal that and Don Cherry.
what size is it?
I wear bigger than where I am, so I wear a 60. I really wear a 56 or 54.
I wear 56.
Yeah, the
The
hockey
hockey
jerseys are
jerseys
so
we wear
big.
a little bit longer. Moss knows the drill.
Or 60 or
You wear your hoodie, your bunny hug underneath your hockey
underneath.
sweater.
And your mock neck and your turtleneck, so you won't freeze.
Exactly.
See, my 84 Merino jersey, that mother's starting to shrink now.
I have an old Merino jersey too that's super small.
I'm talking about the jersey that Merino had on.
If I got tickets for the game, I wear my jersey, my hoodie, and my turtleneck and t-shirt underneath, and I go to the Garden, or I go to Nassau. Now it's Belmont. I'll go there, wear my jersey to the game. I don't care what they say.
Exactly. I wore Merino to Baltimore Ravens Cleveland Browns game. I don't give a fuck. People say. The Cleveland radio guy, Mace, called me over. He's like, "You don't know where you are or something."
You should have
Don't
told
wear
him.
jerseys.
I got Merino till I die, baby.
Don't. I wear my Merino jersey day out there. I'll die.
It's the best jersey ever made, Merino.
Tight jersey.
I don't think I've seen a jersey sold more than Dolphin fans buying Merino jersey. When you go to that stadium, that's all they're wearing is Merino jerseys.
Gretzky Oilers, Merino Dolphins.
Merino.
Yeah, like these jerseys are sold the most.
I want that Steven Bird jersey.
Basketball Jordan and Bird and Magic, yeah.
Yeah, Portland up early on the Cavs.
I'll be glad he bring back them throwbacks.
What's that Nugget Celtics at? I don't got it on.
He need to bring back them throwback jerseys from 1980 from the early 60s.
There you go.
What's like the Nugget?
The jerseys from the 60s, them ones are fresh.
Mm-hmm. You let happy time.
But somebody
then the Saturday afterwards, you in Sunrise, so you better get your ticket to go to the game, Phil.
Oh, here's that North Dakota lineman I like, Greg Zabel. Or Greg Zabel. Greg Zabel. I thought it was Greg.
The 1971. I couldn't even walk.
It's been a long time. Yo, Moss, you got your.
My mom was just a young teenager in 71. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna leave that alone. Moss, you got your
something like that. I couldn't even walk.
Moss, you got your setup ready?
What?
To do your show live.
Do you want me to set? I'll just use a plain hockey thumbnail and say Bruins Wild and Flames at Hurricane.
I'm gonna close my eyes for a while. I'll be up there for the second period. Flames.
For the Flames game.
Yeah, Flames in Carolina.
Okay, I'll set one up, you guys.
Bruins game be over. Bruins game be over by 6.
Mr. Miami, I'll send it to you. I'll start one up here. I'll start one up here for 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern.
All right,
all right, that's 15 minutes. Hey, fellas, thanks for pulling up.
All right, man.
I'll see you. I'll be up there at the end of the first period, around 6 o'clock. I'll be up there.
Thanks, mate.
You got it, man.
All right.
Later, coach.
Later, fam.
Later.
Let me let you out of the club. Let me let you out of the club. Appreciate you always, 305. You're my dude. You know that.
I was going to pull up for a minute.
Yeah.
Come down for a minute.
Now you guys can go hang out with Moss. I'll be up there before 6. I'm gonna close my eyes for a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna get something to eat in my stomach.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat dinner in about an hour, so I'll be well rested by the time I get up there. All right, out of the club.
All right, then, man. Peace, man.
Peace, bro. I'll see you later. Good day from the Oasis. See you Thursday night for the NFL preview of free agency and trade.